So they're both AC, they're both are cooling. They're air conditioning out there. In New Hall, it's your traditional. You see the vents. It's kind of it flows. It's more like the if you have like a home central air system, something like that. You might feel the air blowing on you a little more. In University Hall, in the rooms, if you go and take to the bedrooms in the main rooms, you see kind of like a little trough in the upper like by the window area. There's cool water that goes through there, and it cools the air. So it's kind of a little more of a passive system. So it cools it out. Out there, you don't feel like the cold air on you, but it's still cooling the room. So it's a different kind of feel. It's still air conditioning. It's still gonna kind of have that feel from that one, but it's not gonna be the same feel. You're not gonna feel the blowing air on you in University Hall as compared
So I was
to
like,
New Hall.
I don't know about ants, but my floor is wet, and I think it might be the shower. And they were like, okay, we'll come check it out later. So they came, they put like caulk on the shower to like fix up like silicone caulk. And they didn't tell me about the mold. They didn't say a word to me about it. Um, I got an email from the RD, I think her name is Sydney, I believe.
Yeah.
That was like, hey guys, you have to emergency evacuate. And I was like, great. One of the big problems I have is I'm immunocompromised. So I, for the past 2 years of my life, have been on antibiotics daily, and I'm seen by like a huge team of doctors at Mass General, because my immunocompromised, like my disorder is pretty rare. Um, I get sick super, super easy. And so when I found out, I was like, oh my God, there's black mold in my room. I kind of freaked out. I was like, do I have mold spores in my lungs? I was like, because it was right near my bed. If I can kind of picture it for you. I don't know, a sticky note near me. But like if this was like the room, like the corner of the room where it was, my bed was here, my desk was here, and the mold was in this corner.
So like you're sleeping and when you're doing homework, you're completely inhaling it.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
for like the next 2 weeks, I was like, am I breathing okay? Is everything okay? Am I gonna get sick? Is anything bad gonna happen? Luckily, nothing bad came of it.
Okay,
But
that's
like
good.
just knowing like I was in the same room, like they put like me, the immunocompromised kid, in a room that wasn't completely checked for mold. Like they have all my medical records at the school. I'm like registered with disability because of everything. Like
That's crazy.
it was really interesting, and I was really nervous for a little while. And on top of that, I was in a double by myself, and I got moved to a single room.
Oh wow. Okay, so was it just in your room? That's
Does
absolutely
it
crazy.
happen every year?
No.
No. Okay. Do you think the campus being vacant due to COVID kind of had like an effect on it?
Yeah, so feel free to chime in, but yeah, so part of what we're finding is that it's like this balance between the CDC said bring as much fresh air into a building as you possibly can. So all of the mechanical systems were set to bring in a lot of fresh air. But at the same time, we were having a really wet fall.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of a contraindication to itself.
Yeah.
So and frankly, uh, windows were left open.
Mm-hmm.
And rain got in and it wasn't really reported or cleaned up. So that really was the biggest contributor to the mold happening, especially in New Hall.
Right,
Yes, we have found some mold on campus. We have tested and found only in New Hall 3 rooms have been tested, and there's been, I guess the word is limited mold, and we'll get into that discussion as your questions come through. And we're currently investigating 2 other rooms right now that are being tested out of concerns by the students.
And those are also in New Hall?
Yes.
Okay.
We in an investigation into another project that we're doing in Wilson Hall. We're going to put sprinklers in that whole building, because currently that building's not sprinklered. So as part of the investigation into what has to happen, because it's all above the ceiling, we have found some mold up there on, again, limited on like mechanical pipes and that kind of thing, but it's way up on the mechanical part of the building.
Gotcha.
So not directly in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Does the issue happen every year?
No.
Do you think the campus being vacant due to COVID kind of had like an effect on it?
Yeah, so feel free to chime in, but yeah, so part of what we're
What
finding,
is the general procedure when a student finds mold and reports it to you and it's confirmed that it's there?
yes, so we, as soon as we get the report of mold, these guys run over, there's 3 of them, run over and check it out. And you know, if there's anything we can visually see, you know, immediately start the air testing and the cleaning and, you know.
First identify that it is mold.
Right, we have to identify
I think
that.
that's important just to mention, I don't know, it might be important to mention that aside from these 3 isolated instances, that there have been some folks who thought that they found
Right.
mold in there, and it's been confirmed not to be mold. So that may be, you know, why some students are hearing about maybe more instances than just these 3 that we're talking about, you know, today. So that's just something, you know, to mention. Once it's identified, go ahead, Maureen.
Right.